All right, here we go. Game number 5. This is Ice, Raggz, Recast from the SoloGhost Nomad tournament. All the marbles here, playing on Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass is a pretty interesting map, actually. You have like a lot of hilly terrain. They actually walk right past each other, so Raggz knows where Ice is. Go over the map real quick. So you have a lot of really hilly terrain. You have a lot of like pretty dense tree lines. They're actually building pretty close to each other too. And a lot of hunt on the map, a lot of berries. The tree lines, like, this is a kind of a better tree line, sort of, kind of, because, like, to start your TC, I mean, on the tree line because you're very close to the wood line. However, there's usually a little bit less hunt around it, and there's, like, less minerals, like gold and stone and stuff. You have to go a little farther for it. Look at this little crevice here. That's crazy. So Ice chose to play as the Georgians. Georgians, speaking of hills, so Georgians get a hill bonus. I think they take less damage. Units and buildings receive 15% less damage. Mule carts will be really good on this map because of the different like areas where things are, so you can move them around and get it. And then they almost always go cav. Mounted units regenerating, and cheaper building repair costs, fortified churches, you know, good stuff like that. Now, Raggz, ooh, interesting. Raggz going for the early boar lore. Maybe there was an accident, they shot him or something, I don't know. But, oh, this is worrisome. Raggz is playing as the Goths. So, Goths, they get instant loom. Did they get loom? Let's see if they actually got it. They didn't get it. Even though they can get it instantly, they didn't get it yet. This mule cart is out here looking around a little bit. They get the free mule cart, Georgians? Yeah, they start with the mule cart. So, the Goths, they're usually infantry spam. They have faster making infantry and cheaper infantry, right? And then they can even upgrade it to be even faster later on. So you can just like really spam them out, okay? The other thing that's really nice about this is the hunters carrying more food. So when you're going farther out, like if you have to like walk, I don't know, like out to, there's really not a lot of hunt around actually. Usually there's hunt like all on this map. Like out here, like if you had to walk out here and maybe like you build a mill and it's like not right next to it, you can just kind of get a little bit more efficiency out of it. So this is a good map for them generally. This generation is not great for Raggz though. I don't love that. I also don't love that Raggz is on the low ground, especially going up against the Georgians that they take less damage when they're on the high ground. So like Ice definitely wants to be on the high ground. What are these sounds? Is that a boar? The new animal sounds from like the last couple patches is just they're crazy. Like they just went too far. There's just things yelling and screaming. Back to the game. Focus. So this is all the marbles here. On this map, I think I like the Georgians better. Goths, I could see them doing like a crazy spam on this map, like kind of late game. But I think the higher elevation bonus actually will come into play. Just everything's gonna be harder to attack. And Ice is pretty good micro-wise, like controls his army pretty well. So I think he's gonna know like where to put them, where to put the units and the buildings and all that on the high ground. And also the mule cart I think is pretty huge. I think he's using it to scout mostly right now. Let's see. Not sure where the mule cart is. I guess I could. Oh, you actually can't click on a mule cart. I guess it's not considered like a unit. Like in Capture Age. I've seen Ice do this a few times where you de-aggro's this. People say it's easier than it looks. I've tried it. It's not easy. It's not easier than it looks to me, but that's just me. I'm trying to find this freaking mule cart. I can't find it. Is it up here? No. Is it over here? No. Is it over here? No. Where did the mule cart go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. All right. We found the mule cart. But yeah, you can see you're gonna get a lot of vision. This is what Ice sees right here, so you can really see like half the map. Knows where this TC is. Raggz is doing a really good job of scouting with the sheep, I guess. The goose. What's good for the goose? But both playing pretty well here. Raggz did end up getting loom. I like Ice's base layout, though. The only thing that could come in trouble for them is going to be gold. But they could, I mean, they could wall this up over here. They have the mule carts. So they can always kind of go to a different spot. Let's see if Ice does the de-aggro thing. I don't think he's going to need to over here. I prefer to just get Loom and just hope for the best. But res collected, you think Raggz would have the advantage with the villagers on all the hunt? But I mean, they're both just taking hunt underneath their town center, so probably at this point doesn't make that big of a difference. But if they do end up, I mean, yeah, a little bit over here, like that, like even though it's, you know, they're only walking like, you know, 2 tiles or 1 tile, it still makes a slight difference here. I'm curious if they're gonna go for this boar. I'm curious if these villagers go for this boar because they're gonna run out of that sweet deer meat pretty soon. 20 deer meat out there. Another boar over here too, and actually more deer. So Raggz is going up, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm really curious. Come on, Bills, do something for me. Oh no, they're going to the berries. No. They're going for the boar, but actually, yeah, they're okay. Okay, so Ice is going up a little bit later, went up at 22 villagers. Raggz went up at 20 villagers. Both doing pretty well in terms of idle time. And this is a pretty long set. Like, these guys have been playing, you know, 4 games in a row. This is the 5th game. I played one of these sets as well, and like when game 5 came around, it was, you're feeling it, you know what I mean? You're feeling it. And this, I mean, this gold being at the bottom. So just you know, as a recap, every single save, like, doesn't matter, will do more damage, you know, shooting down, and less damage, you know, shooting up or hitting down, hitting up. But some civs, the Tatars and the Georgians have full bonus. Tatars have a better bonus. We have a tower, 2 towers going up. Okay, 1 tower going up. That one was deleted. I'm not sure how I feel about this tower. It really, it's gonna hurt this wood line here. It probably could have been a little bit closer, but probably didn't want to be seen. Although with how much, like, the big this wood line is, probably would have been better. Not, you know, it would have mattered, I guess. And blacksmith and an archery range going up for Ice. So Ice is gonna go for archers. And yeah, this particular tower, I don't think I love it. It just doesn't really deny that much, especially with the mule carts. Like, this one mule cart could just move to this side, and you have a lumber camp and a mining camp together. Like, it's pretty sweet. And another tower over here. I don't know if this is very aggressive from Raggz. I'm not sure if I love this. But after doing that first tower, I do like the second tower though, because you need to cover this tower, right? Like, I mean, not cover it, but like you need to, like, if you can prevent them getting stone right here easily, like, do it. So you're taking away the stone, you're taking away the easy, you know, easy short wood line. A third tower might be a bit much. I did a lot of tower rushes in my day. I was trying to make a whole tower rush series, doing it with every civ. And mostly I learned, for me, like, what works and what doesn't work. And towering around the T, tower around resources. You want to tower on wood lines, you want to tower on gold. Stone, not really. Like, a tower over here would have been good, but there's already a counter tower, a preemptive counter tower from Ice coming up. So let's see. I think that's only like step 1 of the plan for Raggz. So I think Raggz has something else in mind for us. They're on a lot of stone, though. They're on a lot of stone. They actually are trying to buy their way up to Castle Age. They have the buildings. And from the previous sets, we know how Raggz plays. We know Raggz is going to go aggressive. And they're on the way up to Castle. Ice is already on the way up to Castle. I'm surprised by the archery range, though, from Why is the archery range up if you're not going to use it? I don't get that. They just changed their mind? I need to start doing these games with, like, the players. And just ask them. But then I don't want spoilers, though. Like, I don't want to know who wins. I don't want, you know, you guys viewing to know who wins. I do want to do a series with Vulcan Loop, kind of interviewing him about different tactics and how he got so dang good. But I think it's going to have to wait a little bit, though. Got a lot of other stuff in tow to see. Ice going for the second TC, so Ice is going to go for more of the eco. But they do have a couple of knights out there. Fortified Church, which for the Georgians helps with like villager production speed, something like that. What does it do? I should know these things. Villages work 10% faster or when they're around it. And Ice was trying to get some damage, not able to. Raggz has enough for a castle, and they're putting it back here, very defensively. And probably seeing those knights on the field kind of spooked him a little bit. But yeah, I think knights is a good call for Ice, though. And the castle's up, so the Goths, they can make Huskarls, which are very good against, like, anything with like, Pierce. Like, it's good against, you know, town centers, it's good against archers, it's good against cav archers. Not great against knights. So the fact that knights are being masked up makes you kind of wonder. So they have 6 Pierce armor, but 0 regular armor. So they might, like, melee armor, I guess. Double stables from Ice. I definitely like Ice's approach. Again, archery range kind of was weird, but other than that, I like Ice's approach. And I think Raggz wants to be a little bit too one-dimensional here. That's what worries me for him. He's just going castle, unique unit, and he's making some spears, which is a good unit to mix in there against the knights. We have some monks out there, too. What's the monks gonna do? These monks could actually defend this. Actually, another tower over here would be pretty good. I think this tower at least got a little bit of value for Raggz. This tower, not so much. But it did keep Ice off the stone here. So if Ice wanted to go to that stone, it would have been a problem. But Ice has moved to the back, added a siege workshop, making scorpions out of it. 2 siege workshops, going double scorpions. Georgians don't have any particular scorpion bonus that I'm aware of. And we're getting a second TC up, but there's a knight there. That's getting some villager kills here. So 2 vills going down over here from this knight, and the knight gets away. The knight actually just runs away. So pretty good awareness from Ice. Yeah, and Ice is way up in vills, too. Ice is at 43 vills. Raggz is at 29. Obviously 2 TCs compared to 1. The second one just got up. But Raggz also has been idling their TC. Has no farms out there. But the Huskarls are running in. And the fortified church and the tower are not really going to deter the Huskarls. The Huskarls are just going to run right under that. No fear. The Scorpions will do pretty well against the Huskarls. Scorpions do pierce damage, though, so... Raggz gonna need a few more Huskarls, I think, if they want to do some more damage. And Raggz still has 6 on stone. Ice has 7 on stone. So both of them might be thinking about a castle. And with these Scorpions, I'd really like to see Ballistics come in. Ballistics would make a huge difference on those Scorpions. Another town center going up for Raggz. So Raggz is going to be on 3. But, like, Raggz is on 2 town centers now, but they're only building 1 villager. Like, Raggz's big issue is just not keeping up their villager production. And that's their weakness. That's their point of improvement that they can have. Man, this is something that he's done in 3 out of the 5 games. Just put Huskarls in battering rams, or put infantry in battery rams, and moving forward. He did it earlier with the Fire Lancers. Got the dub with. And Raggz might. They're moving forward. Ice is going to see that with the Knights. Ice. And going for the Fortified Church. Fortified Church doesn't have that much HP or Pierce Armor. It's not like a castle. But I think it's going to stay up here, though. I think that was a slight miscalculation from Raggz to go for that, and I think Ice at the same time was very aware. But Raggz at the same time is actually denying this castle. The castle is at 85%. Raggz needs to like wall this in though, because at 85% that castle 100% goes up. And Raggz idling all 3 of their TCs. Not making any Huskarls here. Like, they're focused on something else. I don't know what. Raggz is running their villagers. They're not queuing any villagers, though. Didn't wall this in. They didn't queue any villagers. They're still not queuing villagers. They're not queuing villagers. They're not queuing Huskarls. They're at the market. They're buying. They're selling. They're trying to deny this castle, but they should have just walled it in. No, they could have just walled it in. They had the villagers all around it. That castle's definitely going to go up now. And Raggz is... they look like they're just kind of worn out from the previous sets, honestly. Those were some tough games. Ice over here with way too many villagers trying to take a tiny little pile there. This castle's almost complete. And that castle completes. Ice has the military, has the villagers. Raggz queued up 2 villagers and stopped. Only has 6 food right now because they sold all their food to try to... I don't know what they were doing. Somehow added 4 town centers. I don't mean to be critical, but if you're not producing out of 1 town center, what do you think you're going to do out of 4 town centers? And that's it, GG. Honestly, not the best Game 5 I've ever seen, but great work, Raggz. You brought it. Games 1 through 4. Game 5 got out of hand. You still made a good attempt. Ice, you stayed locked in the entire time. Great freaking games. Real quick, look at some of the Statarinos here. And I'm curious on the APM. Only 9. Eco APM was actually pretty high for both of them because they were kind of doing a lot there. GG, I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna put this video up right now, and or like get the edit going, and then I think I'm gonna get back on stream if anyone's here and watching.